Delft Academy tries to connect regular education from various institutes to actual societal tasks.
SOS Delft is a non-profit foundation and we transform empty vacant buildings into student housing.
And I think adding to our cities kind of housing typologies that create much more dynamic is something our cities really need.
We have founded an initiative called the Home Not Shelter, where we worked in the wake of the refugee situation in Germany on the development of new housing typologies, but also in the process how these houses can be made.
I was invited to participate in one of the projects in Vienna, transforming a big office building into housing for refugees and students. I thought this is something we have to transplant it to the Netherlands as well.
So we just started right now with the workshop, and we start to think about how the users could use this space, what we are creating.
The design build workshop is like the words say, it's about making plans, about listening to the future users, what do they need.
Of course, it's not only home not shelter, it's also the design build thinking, that students design something and build it in the end.
By bringing them into practice and onto site, physically onto site, in contact with other people they work with, they are learning a lot or generating a lot of knowledge in the practical sense.
So the interesting part is that it delivers a mutual benefit for students and the inhabitants. There has been projects built already in Vienna, in Berlin, in Oldenburg, and now we are doing the project in Delft.
So the location is an old care home in Delft, and the healthcare part is gone. So we decided to put students in the other side of the building to make the elderly feel less lonely and to help the students with their new phase in their life.
By mixing the groups that use the houses, the social tissue, the social interaction also will increase. And the good thing is also that once we design and make our cities in a way that the vulnerable people feel at home, it's good for everybody. So we create better cities, more interesting cities, and most of all also more dynamic cities.
Die twee architecten die dit ook in het begin erover gepraat hebben, nou, toen hadden wij zoiets van hartstikke leuk. En nou hebben ze het helemaal verwezenlijkt.
We're here today because this is the opening of the elderly home here in Delft. It's a celebration of the project which is now finished.
Some of the elderly walked by and she was like, "Oh, what's happening? What's happening?" I was like, "Well, it's the opening of the project," and she talked about how happy she was that there were finally people again.
Yeah, I must admit I'm very, very pleased with this result. It's a part of a large, extensive process, a new kind of living concept where various kinds of people help each other and sustain each other.
The elderly already used to have a place here, and when we started the project here, we really saw that they missed the place.
Het was net een spookhuis en nou ze weer leven, helemaal geweldig.
The most interesting thing is the combination of work between very different people.
The process was really interactive. We had a lot of help from the students, from the Delft Academy, and also from a professional architect, Christian Kaltenbach.
You have also the elderly people, which were also involved in the project.
You really see that these groups can help each other, especially also with the clients of Stichting Perspectief.
And they all worked together and they had the same goal. They all wanted it to be a room where everyone could feel at home and do nice stuff together.
I think it's a great example also what you can do connecting young people, students, with their potential, their design potential, their creative potential, in order to develop those kind of new concepts. Yeah, the concept is unique in the Netherlands at least, to mingle those groups of elderly, homeless and students together.
Yeah, it's really nice that you can chit-chat with everybody around and not just living your own little life.
Bijzonder goed dat we samen met studenten wonen.
Now, how beautiful is it that old people are glad that students live near them?
Jonge en oude samen, het is bijzonder goed.
So this experiment, I think, is the most important way to innovate if you are talking about those kind of societal issues.